Hello. Today we are going to look at a second physiological system present in invertebrates. We are going to look at and then compare how the skeletal systems are present in the invertebrates. We have studied about the skeletal systems and their functions. However, we have not gone through each invertebrates. We are going to see there are slight differences between the skeletal system of a vertebrate and the invertebrates. So in this we are also going to look at including the vertebrates. So that's why we are trying to make some kind of comparative studies between the skeletal system in invertebrates and the vertebrates. Let's look at why do we need a skeletal system in the different groups of animals. The simplest and the primitive animals like coeluroids and the poriferans have very soft body and do not have a hard coverings, while others have a very hard protective coverings on the body. And animals need to have a skeletal system not only for the protections but also to seek foods, shelter from its surrounding. Generally, the functions of the skeletal system in the invertebrates are they need skeletal system to support their body, helps in locomotions, that is to move from the one place to another in search of food. It also helps to defend itself, or even it helps to prey the predators, gives the body a proper shape and posture, provide an external protections from particularly the desiccations, protect their delicate organs like lungs, brains and spinal cord. These are some of the major functions of a skeletal system. So there are two types of skeletal system present in the animal kingdom: the exoskeletal system and an exoskeletal system and the endoskeletal system. The exoskeletal systems are those animals whose skeletons are seen on the body surface. The endoskeletal systems are those animals whose skeletal systems are totally found inside the body, covered by the tissue. The skeletal systems are made up of non-living materials like silica, calcium compounds. So now we are going to look at the different groups of invertebrates and vertebrates and look at what type of skeletal systems are present in each type of animals. The sponges have endoskeletal systems which is formed by the spicules. Spicules are made up of silica or the calcium carbonate. These remains embedded within the mesenchymal shells. These small spicules, the monoactinal spicule, diactinal spicules or the triactinal spicules, it almost looks like a very thorny because it grows in 3 directions, grows in 2 directions and grows in 1 direction. Based on that, it has been named as monoactinal, diactinal and triactinal. These spicules are either made up of silica or the calcium carbonate. So this is found embedded in the mesenchymal cell. Now in Coeluroida, the exoskeletal system formed by calcium carbonate, and as such these animals do not have the skeletal system within the body. However, it has been found that most of the coral reefs are made by the polyps. So they are made by calcium carbonate deposits. So these splinterets have got a huge calcium carbonate deposit and forms the mountains of the coral reefs. Thus, they are exoskeletons. Platyhelminthes and the nemahelminthes and the annelids, no skeletons at all. We have not seen any skeletons in this group of animals. Platyhelminthes, nemahelminthes, and annelids. So all the worms do not have a skeletal system. Now coming to the arthropods has an exoskeletal system. The body is protected by the exoskeletal system made by a chitinous materials, uh, impervious to the water and attached to the muscle. The wings are made up of chitinous material that doesn't get wet. The presence of exoskeleton led to the success of the arthropods because the exoskeletons protects the animals from the desiccations and can survive from the dry and very extreme weather condition. Provides the animals so that it can move much faster due to the presence of the jointed leg. Jointed legs actually helps the animal to move through the small creeps and holes, and it also allows them to move much faster than the solid legs. The wing enables the insects or these arthropods to fly even in the air, so it can move from one place to another much faster. Mollusca. The body enclosed in a calcareous cells and also have the mollusk that has a bony plate embedded within the body. So this is the first group of animal which shows both exoskeleton as well as endoskeleton. Exoskeletons, you have seen the cells of the snail, which is the snail carries throughout, and that is an exoskeleton. And we have seen the squid and octopus. Looks as if there is no skeletal system. However, this animal do have one embedded plate of bones within the body. Therefore, this group of animal exhibits both exoskeletal system and the endoskeletal system. The echinoderms has got a calcareous plate remain embedded within the skin. Now we are going to see all endoskeletons. So the first group of animal that shows endo and exo is the mollusk. Echinoderm shows endoskeletons, skeletal system. Fish reptile shows exo-endo because fish and the reptile has got an endoskeletal system, as well as it exhibits some of the scales and horny plates on some of the animals is the indicator of an exoskeletons. Including mammal has got an endoskeletons. Major skeletal systems are found embedded within the body. However, there are certain skeletal structure which is exhibited outside the body, like hair, claws, nail, hoops, horns are some of the structure that is being seen outside the body. So endoskeletal composed of a living tissue like cartilages and bones that serves the functions of supporting frame to the body, provides shapes and postures to the animals, helps in locomotions, produce blood corpuscles, which means producing WBCs and RBCs and platelets, helps to attain the large size of the animal. It's all because of the bones. Otherwise, the size of the animals is quite small, including the humans, because we are looking quite tall and huge because of the bones that gives frame. With this, thank you so much. I hope you understood how the skeletal systems are seen in the different groups of animals. So thank you so much.